Alright, now what I've done here, I keep flipping back and forth here between this one, and you can see the photocopy is kind of, it looks great, and then you flip it over and you see how much stronger that you get by following the scale. So the scale is over here and over here. So once we get the scale put in here and in place, you're making decisions about where you want to draw and so on. And you can see that the pencil marks still show around here. So when you're done the whole thing, and even up in here, even though a lot of it seems to have disappeared, we're going to get rid of it. So you let the stuff dry really well, and then you erase into it, and all you're left with is ink. But before I get to that, right where the hair is going out, as you can see in the photocopy, I've drawn over it, but they're really quite light. So what the mistake that some people do is they'll think, well, now I can just draw a line in ink, but you really can't. Instead, you're still shading. So if it's a 1, you gotta have 3 spaces in between, right? So here we go. And of course, you certainly wouldn't have to, but even to get them further apart. So, for example, in here, where they're so light, you're going to have to really get them separate. So, and in here somewhere too. Okay? So you see where all that goes? So, finish up the lip there. The lip's got a really light area underneath. And so I want to distinguish. So if 2 and 3 are together, I could still use lines if I wanted to. But the problem is that if I want to really distinguish them, I might want to choose a different media, or not a different medium. You might want to choose a different technique, right? So you can actually see the difference. So if this is a 3 in gesture, it's going to look a lot different than a 2 in lines, right? So there you go. So it ends up looking pretty darn cool. And then you keep on going. And again, if you want to distinguish some things, then go right ahead. Okay. Then once you do that, you're taking your last look in and you're going, what do I need to distinguish? What do I need to make sure really stands out? So do the eyes, nose, and lip and those hairs stand out? Well, yeah, pretty well. Might want to add maybe a couple little edges in here and really land the corner of that mouth in there, right? And then move ahead up here to the eyes. Maybe there's a couple spots I want to darken up. So that's when you go through and you kind of clarify some things. And then, so there you go. You're well on your way, and take some time. And obviously you guys are going to work a lot slower than I am. I've just got a lot more experience, and plus you're going to do a better job than me anyways. Okay, but what I can do here and what you're going to learn to do is distinguish those tones. So 1s really look like 1s, and 2s look like 2s, and 3s look like 3s, and blacks, of course, are solid, but they're done really carefully and nice and neatly. All right, so go get yourself a pen. A good Sharpie is worth its weight in gold. And take your time, do a good job. Make sure you know the distinguishing points of these, and be inventive too. This one that goes right down here, that one's yours. That's an empty space for you to create something new and original. Okay? Take care.